So I've discussed the different vessels of the MCRN Navy quite a bit on this channel, but there is one notable vessel that we haven't discussed yet, and that is the famous Corvette-Class Frigate of the MCRN. Today we'll take a look at its design and its purpose within the Martian Navy. I'm Colin, and this is Sci-Fi Deep Dive. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, to head down below and hit that subscribe button. So the Corvette class is one of the most famous ships within the Expanse, and this class is most well known for its most famous ship, the Rocinante, which was built the Tachi and originally served the MCRN. So today we'll take a look at exactly why the Martians built this class and exactly the role it might have filled. At 46 meters long, the Corvette is a pretty decent length ship. It's armed with 6 PDCs and 2 torpedo launchers capable of carrying 20 torpedoes. Notably, like the Morgan-class patrol destroyer, this vessel was also designed to fit within the hangar bays of the Doniger-class battleship. A single Doniger-class battleship could carry as many as 6 Corvette-class frigates. But exactly what role did these vessels fill within the MCRN? While it is technically classified as a light frigate, it fills a role similar to what the name of the class suggests: the role of a corvette. Now, while this vessel does have a complement of torpedoes, for its size it has a lot of PDCs. 6 is quite a high number for a vessel of its size, which leads me to believe that this vessel is intended more as a light escort. Basically, I get the impression that these vessels are intended to sort of follow larger MCRN vessels and help screen them against incoming torpedoes and maybe even some small craft. This fits nicely with its ability to be stored within the Doniger-class battleship. Basically, the Doniger can carry an escort fleet within its hull. If a Doniger-class vessel was going into combat, it could deploy a small fleet of escort vessels to help protect it against incoming torpedoes. And these escort vessels would likely be Corvette-class frigates. But this class has many advantages outside of its large array of PDCs. It's fast and nimble, like most other smaller warships in the system, and could be used to fill a patrol role as well, similar to what the Morgan-class patrol destroyer does, which is in that vessel's name. I could see with the speed and smaller size of a Corvette-class frigate that these vessels could be deployed from a larger Martian fleet to intercept other ships. And as we see in the show with the Tachi that later becomes the Rocinante, these vessels are well-rounded enough to function on their own. Basically, while the PDCs are their largest strength, they still have enough weapons on board to be able to carry out basically any mission. Add to that because of its small size, it's far more nimble and maneuverable than the larger Martian vessels like the Doniger or Shuttles class, and you get a vessel that's deadly in close battles and capable at longer ranges using its torpedoes. And that's not even mentioning the specific modifications that the Rocinante received. For example, the crew of the Rocinante later armed her with a railgun, which improved her combat effectiveness and added just another tool in the wide variety of weapons that this class can use. Another interesting capability of a ship this small that we see used in the Corvette class, but likely is also functional in the Morgan class, is its ability to land on planets. Larger Martian vessels like the Shuttles and the Doniger are incapable of going down to the surface of a world, instead having to park in orbit and use things like dropships to shuttle people and material to and from the surface of a world. However, we see in the show the Rocinante landing on planets. Now, the crew of the Rocinante did have to add landing legs to make this possible, but that doesn't seem like something the MCRN couldn't do as well if they desired to be able to land these vessels on planets. This basically negates the need for a smaller shuttle vehicle, which we see a lot in larger vessels and even some vessels of this size. For example, the Amun-Ra-class stealth ships actually did have embedded shuttlecraft. These shuttles could be used to go to and from the surface of a planet or nearby space stations, which kind of leads you to believe that the Amun-Ra class was incapable of landing on a planet. All of these components combined make the Corvette class a really well-rounded small ship, and while it is specialized towards being able to screen fleets against incoming threats, it is still a capable warship on its own. But the Corvette class is just one of many different vessels we see utilized by the Martian Navy. One of my personal favorites is the Morgan-class patrol destroyer, which often works in tandem with the Corvette-class frigate. If you want to learn more about the Morgan-class patrol destroyer, I'll leave a link up here to my video all about that class and its purpose within the MCRN. And I want you to let me know down in the comments whether you prefer the Morgan class or the Corvette class. If you had to be placed in command of one of these vessels, which one would you choose? Or just which one do you think looks better? And last but not least, if you enjoyed this video, head down below, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon so you get notified when I upload new videos. So for Sci-Fi Deep Dive, I'm Colin, and I will see you next time.